You will use less than 1 minute to solve quadratic equation if you know these three identities. I'm telling you, you are going to use less than 1 minute. If you know these three identities, not only knowing these three identities, you know how to use them. I told you it's not only memorize, don't memorize this identity, understand this identity. I want you to understand these three identities, and you are going to use less than 1 minute to solve quadratic equation. May it be factorization or expanding. You only need these three identities and you are good to go. The best thing with mathematics, if you understand, even if a question comes with different version, you are going to solve it correctly. You just need to know, you just need to understand. Mathematics is about understanding. Don't cram mathematics, you'll be wasting your energy. Take one step at a time. You don't need to cram mathematics. Even if you cram, let me tell you, it will disappoint you during the exam. So, make a step of understanding each step at a time. Don't rush. If you know you don't know this topic, start with this topic. Go slowly by slowly until you understand, and you are going to thank me later. What are these three identities that you need to know? Not only knowing them, you know how to use it, when to use it, and where to use it. Okay? So, these are the three identities that if you want to solve quadratic equation correctly, and if you want to pass your exam, you have been given a quadratic equation questions, you must know these three identities. These three identities are even in your four-figure mathematical table. The examiner knows very well, even if he gives you a list of those identities. If you don't know how to use it, when to use it, where to use it, let me tell you, you are going to fail. So today I'm showing you how. How do you use this formula? You have been cramming, you have memorized these three identities. Now I'm going to open your eyes, your inner eyes. What are these three identities? We have three quadratic identity. Identities. Three quadratic identity. You just need to know these three quadratic identity. And even when you want to expand, you just use less than a minute to expand. Some students will even use 10 seconds if they are conversant with that, with these identities. The first one, a plus b squared, it is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, 2 a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, the third one, finally, a minus b, a plus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. These are three quadratic identities that you need to know for you to be able to expand and factorize the quadratic equations. So you need to know these three identities. I know some of you know them. They are in your four-figure mathematical table. The examiner has done that. You are accepted to enter the exam room with the four-figure. Today I'm going to explain to you how to use these quadratic identities. Okay, a plus b squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A minus b squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. You have seen all these three identities. The third one is a difference of two squares. Okay, so the first thing I am going to show you is that you can square a number using quadratic identity. You can be told, let me use the black one so that you can see. You can be asked, solve 21 squared using quadratic identity. Quadratic identities. Solve 21 squared using quadratic identities. I know it is very easy. It is very easy for you to just use a calculator and you do 21 squared and you get the answer. But you will still get the same answer using quadratic identities. If you use a calculator, you are incorrect. Even if you get the answer, we will get the same answer as the one you can use a calculator and get. Okay, if you use a calculator, 21 squared, you use a calculator, they have told you to use quadratic identities. Quadratic identities. When you look at 21 squared, 21 squared, we can use, what can we use here? We look at the three identities. We can break down 21. We break down 21, we get 20 plus 1 squared. 20 plus 1 squared. 21 squared is the same as 20 plus 1 squared. Okay? Which quadratic identity do we use here? We use a plus b. Because 20 plus, we can use this one, a plus b squared. Okay? A plus b squared. So, we assume this is a, this is b. This is a and this is b. So, let's use quadratic identity number 1 to solve this to solve 21 squared. Okay? I told you don't use a calculator. You have been told to use quadratic identity to solve 21 squared. Evaluate 21. What is 21 squared? I know you can use a calculator and get 21 squared right away, but you have been told to use quadratic identity to solve 21 squared. So don't use a calculator. Use either of these quadratic identity. First of all, 21, you have to look at 21 squared. You break it down into 2. And you have broken it down into 2. 21 is 20 plus 1 squared. Okay? The easier way is 20 plus 1. You break it into 2 so that it can form such an equation. Now we have 20 plus 1. Okay? Squared. This is A, this is B. We are using this identity. Okay? This is A, this is B. So, A plus B squared, it is A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. So, what do? We know this is A, this is B. So, 20 plus 1 squared is equal to, the first answer is A squared. We have A, 20, it's 20 squared. 20 squared plus, okay, 2 times A times B. It is 2 times A, 20, times B, 1, plus B squared. B is 1 plus 1 squared. What do we get? 20 squared is 400 plus 2 times 20 times 1 is 40. 1 squared is 1. So, answer is 441. The answer is 441. But we have used quadratic identity to solve 21 squared. We have used quadratic identity to solve 21 squared. Look here. Don't use a calculator. Use quadratic identities. Okay? Break this into 2 so that you can expand. Okay? So we broke 21 into 2. 20 plus 1. Okay? So we used the first quadratic identity. That is the one that looks like our equation. Okay? So when you are told to solve 21 squared, any number squared, you can break into 2 and use quadratic identity to solve this question. Solve 21 squared. I know you can use a calculator and do 21 squared and you get the answer is 441 directly right away. But you have been told to use quadratic identity. Use quadratic identity. Don't use a calculator. Okay? They want to see if the examiner want to see if you understand the quadratic identity. Okay? I have told you when you are given such a question, first of all, you are going to break this into 2. 21. It becomes, we get 20 plus 1. You break it into 2. Then when you break it into 2, you look at the 3 identity. Which one looks like our equation here? Then we replace 20 the A and 1 is B. Then we use the quadratic identity here, what we are supposed to do there. So I hope up to that point you have understood that when you are asked to use quadratic identity to solve a square of a number, don't use a calculator. Use quadratic identity. And I have told you the whole procedure, how you should go about it. Okay? I have told you the procedure and I hope you have understood. Okay? Don't be confused. Don't go straight away and start using a calculator. You only need to know quadratic identities and you are good to go. Okay? I take my time repeating and repeating again because I want you to understand. Rushing will not help you. Sit down and understand. Come and listen to this video as many times as possible. Okay? Come and listen as many times as possible. And make sure you subscribe because that's the best way you can support me so that I can reach as many students as possible who are struggling with mathematics. I want to help students across the world so that they can understand mathematics.